welcome to my poetry reading. I'm Elmedina and I write dark fantasy, gothic, and horror poems and short stories. I also recently wrote my debut novel titled The Devil's Treat. It's currently in production and it's based on my sleep paralysis experience. If you're a fan of that, keep an eye out. Today I'm reciting 3 poems that I've actually already published, but I wanted to make a video of the 3 of them combined because they all follow the same story. It's about a guy who I used to know. His name was Viktor. He took his own life back in 2020, and it was the most bizarre story that I've ever witnessed, so I felt compelled to write about it. I ended up writing 3 poems. The first one is titled Tightening the Noose, the second one is titled 3 Days of Hanging, and the third one is The Curse. I can only hope that he has managed to find at least a little bit of peace in that everlasting life. Rest in peace, Viktor. The house on a hill carries a secret. A man in it found himself stuck in a deep rut, until an hour has finally arrived when he succumbed and into the oblivion dived. There is no light for me here. He felt his ending on its way and quite near. Into the garage he stepped. For his long-lost family he silently wept. With no concern for who might claim his land, he took of his ending the ultimate command. Amidst the black of night appeared a gleam of a rope that offered him to sleep forever without a dream. The weight of the world was slowly lifting as he suffocated, feeling his soul shifting to another world that might have offered a release. His body obeyed, allowing its master to seize. The dawn cast its light, revealing of utter darkness a sight. The garage door was left open, showcasing Viktor's shell rotting away, an ending appropriate for a man whose soul's been broken. Rope remained his friend, holding his empty shell. In the tragic story of his life, he was able to perfectly blend the abyss and insanity that were inviting him in misery to dwell. For 3 days this side of tragedy is entertained. No one to make of his death a report, no funeral arrangements to be made. One distant family member came up short, for she wanted this unholy and embarrassing display to fade. No letter, not a single sign left behind. To what torture Viktor has been bound? It remained unknown until an old familiar face decided to show. What a sight to behold on such a cursed day! A sight of doom, haunting, leaving him mournful and dreading as the shell was rotting away and the smell was swiftly spreading. The claim he made was deceptive in order to end this ordeal. To the authorities his story was receptive, and at last he buried the body, allowing Viktor's soul to heal. As he entered the house after the deed, on a table was sitting a letter describing Viktor's madness seed. "Those fuckers! They said there was nothing left!" He opened it, feeling extremely bereft, but what awaited him did not offer an ease, as Viktor described of his mind a disease. "There is no life for me here, I'm afraid," describing his attempt to have normality portrayed, but alas, only darkness in his mind has stayed. For decades on end his hopes were slowly slain. Whilst reading he was harvesting suspicion, for he knew Viktor and of his mind condition. Suicide never appealed to him. There must be something else at play here, something terribly grim. As he held the rope he was reflecting on trauma, family, and grief as their company. Every terrible moment he was dissecting. Oblivion knocked, offering for his thoughts a penny. There was a girl who made young Viktor's mind swirl. The couple knew love and passion that ultimately ended in a horrid fashion. The Reaper paid them a visit, leading the girl to a gun that belonged to Viktor's father. She picked it up and quickly had it done. Her heart was plagued by a terrible bother as she painted the walls red. Pieces of her mind were leaving a trail to her lifeless body as her soul has set sail. He already knew the sound, but nonetheless he ran. His unfortunate destiny with this act began. Only a swift breeze did he feel by the angel of death, as the creature collected her soul, fulfilling its quest, leaving Viktor upset, suffering, with a stabbing pain in his chest. His mother took her last breath in his arms. There was a presence lurking in the shadows of their house, a thing that hunts, attacks, and harms. He remembered the loss of his loved one, her brains splattered, his tears falling on her blouse. And then once more he suffered, and of comfort a glimpse there was none. Soon after, his father passed away. The end of the tunnel appeared very dark, inviting Viktor to his own dismay. The presence never showed itself, only followed him with a snark. His friend was inspecting his bedroom, finally finding the source of this terrible doom. Underneath Viktor's bed lied a set of stones and hair, wrapped neatly and tied with a bow. A craft of a witch placed him cursed in despair. He threw it away, putting an end to this frightful show. Thank you for listening. I really appreciate it. If you have any feedback, please leave it in the comments. As always, stay spooky and I'll see you next time.